So this is a video on how to set up the golf simulator. So first thing you're going to want to do is turn on the overhead projector so you can get an image on the screen there. To do that, you're going to have the remote hanging on the wall right here. So this one with the red and green button on it. So you're going to want to hit the green button and you kind of walk and be near the projector and you'll see a green button turn on, and then the screen within a few seconds is going to turn on. Now, the only other reason you would want to use this remote is to turn the volume up or down. Other than that, you could turn the unit off by clicking the red button twice, and then the unit shuts down. So within about 15 seconds, the screen will turn on. It should automatically pick up the iPad, which will be plugged in for you. Everything is ran off the iPad here. So now let's go ahead and set up the golf. So the golf is ran on this launch monitor here that's underneath this coffee table that sits about 8 feet behind the hitting area. So you're going to want to turn on the iPad, so hit the home screen. There's no passwords or anything, so just swipe up. And then you're going to want to hit the E6 app here. That is the golf app. So click on that. You'll see it load up, and it should right away say online authentication. You're going to click offline mode because we're not going to play online. All the courses are already loaded onto this iPad. Then hit OK for entering offline mode. The app will fire up, and you should see in the left corner there that it'll find the unit. There we go. FlightScope device has connected. So that means it's connected to the launch monitor. So we are ready to get going. So you can either play golf or practice. So if we just want to warm up first, you're going to hit practice. You're going to add however many people who want to practice, or just one person. You could just all practice in the same one. Hit next. It's going to ask you, do you want to hit the driving range or do you want to chip and putt? So driving range. And then do you want a flat range or targets, shot shape? I just typically just do a flat range just to warm up. Hit next, and then hit tee off. That's it. It's loaded up. We have a driving range. We're ready to start hitting here. So always hit off this little hitting insert here and only use the 3 balls we give you. Those are actually specifically designed for radar. They're the Titleist RCT balls. Very expensive, so please don't take them. But they have something inside them that helps the radar to pick it up easily. So if you want the screen to be easier to see, you can actually dim these lights in here. All those overhead can lights are on these 2 switches, so you could dim them. So I just dimmed them. The screen looks a lot better right now, but if you want to make it even darker, you can turn them all the way off, click them all the way down. And then we have 2 windows here. Each of them have a screen. You can pull that screen down. You can unvelcro. It's kind of hard to see, but you can unvelcro this one here and put it down. And then it'll be pitch black in here about, so you're going to want to turn this 3rd switch on. And that is our overhead light to just light up where you're hitting so you can see easily. So we should be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit a few shots. So as you can see, the radar is picking it up. I'll give you all your stats. I hit a total of 87 feet. So that's it. You can hit as many times as you want on that. And then when you want to play golf, you're going to go back to the app here and then hit the E6 button in the bottom left corner. Hit exit round, hit main menu, hit play golf. I already have 1 guest added, but you can add more players by just hitting add guest. Hit next. Stroke play is the only option there, so hit next. Then you can pick your course. You've got 8 different courses to pick from here, and they're all real courses. I'll just pick Kapalua for now. And then you can go to settings if you want and change. The only thing I usually change in here is the putting mode. And I have it to where it's set at inside 5 feet, it'll be a gimme, but you can not putt at all by adjusting that right here or just that down to 2 feet. Now the putting on this thing is a little fickle, and they all are, so it's not going to pick up putts sometimes. So you'll just have to re-hit it if it doesn't pick it up. But these radar-based systems are pretty much known for not being the best at picking up putts, but it still works. So I like doing it basically outside of 5 feet. I putt it, and it seems to work okay. So once you have it set to whatever you want, just hit accept, and that's it. Tee off. It'll load the golf course up, and there we go. We're on the first hole, a Kapalua Plantation course, and we got a 498-yard par 4, but it's going downhill 106 feet, so way downhill. It doesn't play anywhere near 498 yards, which is why it's still a par 4. Now make sure, we have this yellow line here, whoever is hitting, they're the only person allowed on that side of the yellow line. Everybody else has to be behind that in these chairs. So obviously that video game over there cannot be played. The other video games over here are fine. And also this video game cannot be played because it's on that side of the yellow line. We do have right-handed, a set of adult right-handed, a set of adult left-handed, and then kids right and left-handed clubs as well for you to use. And that's really all there is to it. Go ahead and message us through whatever platform you booked with if you have any questions, and we'd be happy to help.